I feel like people go blonde when they want to change.
I don't care.
Don't believe everything you see on TV, even if it is marketed as reality. Most shows have a team of writers who decide where the story arc is going and how it gets there.
That's annoying.
So when a genre comes along and claims to remove any behind-the-scenes meddling with the story, audiences expect that that show is being driven by the people on screen. But in some cases, that couldn't be further from the truth. Here's our list of 10 shocking secrets reality TV producers won't tell you. The Celebrity Apprentice. The showrunners of The Apprentice do their best to make it look like hard work, and for a long time, audiences bought it. But after a round of the show's popular Celebrity Edition, one star spoke out. Penn Jillette, one half of the famous duo Penn and Teller, wrote about his time as a contestant, and the reality is that the participants spend most of their time waiting around and doing nothing. Jillette also stated that even when competition time came around, they had nothing to do with the business. He compared the experience to being in junior high, saying the work is not very challenging and the people are crazy. As for the Donald, Jillette had some choice words for him too, and wrote that Trump's hair looks like cotton candy made of piss. The Bachelor. Audiences are in love with love, and producers have been capitalizing on that since day one. Perhaps the most blatant example comes from the form of ABC's The Bachelor. If you're unfamiliar with the show's premise, think of it like this. One bachelor goes shopping for his soulmate amongst a group of pre-selected ladies. With that much competition under one roof, things get pretty heated. And apparently, the producers fan the flames by filling the participants with booze. Multiple ex-contestants have stated that they were uncomfortable with the amount of alcohol on set, and constant suggestions that they should have more of it. One past contestant even alleges that she was kicked off the show for refusing a drink. Ah, true love. Big Brother. By this point, we know that the real stars of reality TV are the producers standing just off camera. They can have a lot of influence on a shoot and impact the final product in a huge way. Fans of the long-running Big Brother have leveled charges at the show's production team, accusing them of rigging competitions in multiple seasons. Some ex-house guests said that producers pushed them to be as shallow as possible in interviews so they could be quickly identified by the audience. The editing team isn't unscathed either and have been accused of manipulating footage to favor some participants over others. Talk about being taken out of context. Keeping up with the Kardashians. There's no room for secrets in a court of law, so when the worlds of show business and criminal justice collide, the public gets a rare glimpse into what really goes on behind the scenes. And at one point, it was the Kardashian clan who had their day in court. During divorce proceedings between Kim Kardashian and Kris Humphries, one of the editors of Keeping Up with the Kardashians testified that not all the show's drama is real. Some scenarios were fabricated by the team using footage that was edited out of context, and the whistleblower specifically mentioned cutting the show to make Humphries look like a colossal jerk. Duck Dynasty. How real does something have to be before it can be labeled reality TV? When it comes to Duck Dynasty, everyone has a different answer. The show came under fire after the stars let it slip that producers were in control of the storyline, not the family. The stars then backpedaled and emphasized that since they'd created all the dialogue, it's not a scripted show. But it turns out the family isn't in control of that either, as the editors have inserted bleeps to block out innocuous words, making the final scene look like a cuss-filled one. Dance Moms. Everything you need to know about the premise of Dance Moms can be found right there in the title. It follows the mothers of a young group of dancers as they interact with each other. Simple, right? Well, it's not actually that straightforward. To spice up the show and kick up the drama, showrunners stage situations to make the moms fight. And judging by how often that happens, they must be working overtime. So it would only be natural to assume that the ladies hate each other for real, right? Wrong. Apparently, as soon as the filming stops, all animosity disappears and it's like nothing ever happened. Talk about two-faced. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? If you've ever watched an episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and gotten every answer right, then this next tidbit is going to infuriate you. The thing that differentiates Millionaire from other trivia shows is its use of lifelines. If a contestant gets stuck, they're able to poll the audience, eliminate 2 wrong answers, or phone a friend who they think might know the answer. The only logical problem with that last one is that nobody can safeguard against a friend hopping on the internet to look up the answer. Turns out that wasn't actually a problem. There wasn't any rule specifically saying it wasn't allowed. The option was removed in 2010 anyway, when the lifeline got cut from the show. The Real Housewives of Orange County. Thanks to shows like The Hills and Laguna Beach, audiences have become fascinated with the lives of California elite, and will watch as tan blondes run a circuit of hair appointments, shopping dates, and manicures. Opponents have argued that this kind of entertainment is built on a lie, and that some situations would have completely different outcomes if producers truly were hands-off. But despite all the evidence that things aren't actually as they seem, fans were still shocked to learn that some of the moments of Real Housewives of Orange County weren't as genuine as they were led to believe. A text sent by one of the housewives confirmed that they were in on it and spoiled one of the show's biggest engagement reveals. House hunters. Finding a house can be a nightmare, and as it is with most nightmares, it's kind of entertaining to watch it happen to someone else. House Hunters chronicles the quest for a perfect home by following homeowner hopefuls as they compare 3 different places to live. The participants always end the show with a new home, so every episode has a happy ending. And they should, considering that everyone who applies to be on the show has to already own one of the houses. That's right, participants know which house they're going to buy because they've already bought it, which kinda ruins the whole thing. Cribs. Since there have been stars, there have been tour guides trying to make a buck off showing us where they live. MTV took that idea and ran with it with their show Cribs. If you've ever watched the show, you've probably fantasized about having your very own mansion. Add a couple of European sports cars, a pool, and a fridge stocked full of beer, and you've got yourself a good time. All segments start with the same premise, that the house they're about to see belongs to the celebrity giving the tour. So when one homeowner tuned into the show and saw Ja Rule giving a tour of her home, she filed a lawsuit. It turns out the rapper had rented the place for a weekend and played it off as his own for the crew. So what do you think of our list? Do you know any other behind-the-scenes secrets from reality TV shows? Join the discussion in the comments section below and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more fun videos like this one.